Good morning and welcome to another episode of Tom's Gadget Garage. Today we are here with the Engwe Engine Pro 2.0 and it is range test day. So with this particular bike, it does come equipped with a 52 volt 16 amp hour battery, which should be good for 832 watt hours of capacity. Now Engwe does claim that in the most conservative of settings, with lighter weight riders, you can get upwards of 68 miles on a single charge using, low pedal assist levels. They also claim that you can get upwards of 30 miles of range using throttle only. Well, today I weigh in about 204 pounds with gear, and we're going to be riding in pedal assist 3, and we're averaging about 18 miles an hour right now. Now, part of this ride today does have us on these roads here, so we're cruising around in the bike lane. And one thing I do want to say is that if you are going to be cruising around in bike lanes, I highly recommend using a mirror. I use this Mi Chow mirror. I'll include a link in the description. But I use this on pretty much all of my bikes, especially when I'm doing range tests on the roads. And I just keep this one here on the left side. You can get left and right mirrors, of course, but for the most part, I just keep it on the left. It at least gives me an idea of who's coming up behind me. If somebody's about to pass close, I'd like to have that little advantage riding around here on the roads. For today's range test, I will be tracking our distance using Garmin GPS, as I do with all of our range tests. That way we have the most consistent data tracking as possible. One thing I really do like about this Engine Pro 2.0 is the fact that it has 8 gears instead of 7. So normally on these e-bikes you'll see 7 gears, especially around this price point. But with this Engwe, we do have an 8th gear. They've also got these trigger style gear shifts, which are very ergonomic, very easy to actuate. So we are now entering the Powerline Trail. So this here is going to take us for miles and miles. I think it goes all the way to Phoenix, which is really nice because we've got plenty of bike path to work with on these range tests. So for those of you keeping track, we did cross the 3-mile mark. We've been riding for about 12-13 minutes at this point, and we've still got all of our battery bars remaining, 5 out of 5. Now, if you haven't watched my first impressions video on this bike, I recommend you do so if you're interested in this bike. There are a lot of things to love about this Engine Pro 2.0. But one of the things I don't like is the fact that this display does not give me a voltage readout. With that being said, on the Engwe L20 2.0, we did manage pretty well using the battery readout on there. And so, we went 49 miles on that ride. So we'll see how this one does. We've got, trying to count here, let's see, we got 5 battery bars. So it's those 5 battery bars that we're going to be keeping an eye out on today. So hopefully it's accurate. Good news is this bike is actually really easy to pedal without pedal assist. So with no power at all whatsoever, you can easily cruise around at between 11 and 13 miles an hour. That's not always the case with these e-bikes. All right, looks like we are good to cross the crosswalk here. Thank you, everybody. All right. Now, in terms of the display itself, we've got full sun here out in Arizona, but even in direct sunlight, it's a high contrast color display, so really easy to see what's going on there. If you're going to be riding around on hard packed dirt, gravel, whatever it might be, having these 4-inch wide tires is super helpful because you got plenty of traction. And this suspension is eating all this up really well. But on this particular route that we're taking today, about 70% of it is paved. Okay, dropped my water bottle there. On this particular route that we're riding today, it's going to be about 70% paved surface, 30% hard packed dirt. Gets a little bumpy in places, but it'll be a good opportunity to test out the suspension. So as you can see, this bike does a really good job. There's some rutted surfaces there, and it absorbs that really, really well. Like I think I mentioned before, this thing cruises around like an old Cadillac. You know, it's got that bouncy suspension that absorbs all the impact. So this is like the perfect, you know, weekend cruiser. You know, kick back, relax, put a little cup holder here, have yourself a glass of lemonade or your cup of coffee and just cruise around. Great way to get off the couch and out in the world around you. And that's another benefit of the fat tires, is you can cruise over gravel like that like it was nothing. If you have a bike with narrower tires, that's going to be difficult, you know, to maintain balance on the bike, because they'll dig right into that gravel. You'll fall over. With these, it's fantastic. It's like snowshoes for the gravel. So we've officially crossed the 6-mile mark. We've been cruising around for about 26 minutes. Got a little bump in the road there. There we go. It looks like we've got the light up ahead. Let's see if we can kick this thing into high gear. 7, 5, 4. Nah, we're not gonna make it. We are not gonna make it. We tried. We tried. All right, so we're taking a little bit of a break here. There's our Engwe Engine Pro 2.0 in all of its glory. There's that mirror I was talking about. It just bolts right into the side of the left grip there. And then of course I got my Kemimoto bag, which has got all of the important gear. I've got a backpack on as well, of course. But in this bag I've got the essentials. I've got water, a couple bottles of water. I've got a bike repair kit. I've got my mini pump here in case I need to air up my tires. I got mounts, other camera gear. And then I always recommend carrying a crescent wrench of sorts, so that if you have to take your wheel off for whatever reason, you have the right size tools, because a lot of times those bike repair kits, they come with little wrenches, but a lot of times, you know, they're not the right size ones to get your wheels off. So anyways, we're gonna take a quick little water break here and head back onto the trail. So right up here we do have our pedestrian bridge, which is a little hill climb of sorts. So we are in pedal assist level 3, gear 8, and we are cruising our way up. If we want more pedal assist, we can absolutely dial that up. And this bike really does have plenty of power. It's got that 750 nominal watt motor, which is capable of cranking out a peak 1200 watts of power. Now coming down this, we'll have ample opportunity to test out these hydraulic disc brakes, and they are doing a really good job. And right now, you know, I'm hardly doing any work. You know, I'm pedaling, I definitely feel resistance. I'm not out of breath. You know, I'm not fatigued. I'm relaxing. I'm having a good time. I'm cruising around here 19 miles an hour on this glorious Saturday morning. And so the nice thing about these torque sensors is they use a pressure-based system. So the more effort you put into it, the more power the motor is going to give you. And now all of a sudden we're cruising around 21, 22 miles an hour. Cadence sensors are a little bit different. You know, those are based off of, you know, the movement of the pedals, and sometimes they feel like an on and off switch. So if you're looking for more natural ride feel, torque sensors are the way to go. So we've officially crossed the 10-mile mark. We've been riding around for about 51 minutes right now, and we've still got 5 out of 5 battery bars remaining at this point. So that's either a really good thing or a scary thing, you know. We'll see how accurate this thing is, but you know, 16 amp hour battery, I suspect we're probably going to get in the vicinity of about 43 miles of range. We'll see how accurate I am with that. I'm estimating 43 miles of range. So we've still got a ways to go. We've got some railroad tracks here, clear on the right, clear on the left. And went over those, no problem. All right, folks, we got a little bit of a development here. We've officially lost our first battery bar. So we are now at 4 out of 5 battery bars remaining, and that happened at approximately 11.5 miles into this ride. So we'll see how long it takes to lose that second battery bar. But right now we are cruising around, very minimal effort, 19 miles an hour. And it looks like we've officially crossed the 15-mile mark. We've been riding for about an hour and 18 minutes at this point. And we still have 4 out of 5 battery bars remaining. Now, if you're curious what the handling on this bike is, obviously it does very good off the beaten path on dirt surfaces. And even on these paved surfaces, it is a pretty nimble bike, especially considering it's got those 20 by 4 inch fat tires. Definitely maneuverable. But most importantly for me, this is a comfortable bike. And this seat, my goodness. I think that's one thing that Engwe absolutely gets right, is their seat comfort. So we are pushing past where we normally turn around because looks like we're doing pretty good range-wise right now. Now, one thing I am noticing on this bike is that there is a little creak that comes from the stem when you pull on it. And that's going to be from some of these metal-on-metal contact points. Looks like we've got a little lake area we can cruise around on. Never been out this way. We'll go this way today. Definitely a beautiful morning to be out and about. And once again, this is a prime example of you know, getting out on your e-bike and discovering places you didn't even know existed. So definitely a nice little change of scenery for sure. Oh wow, look at that little bridge area here. Lots of little hills. This place is fantastic. And with that, we officially crossed the 20-mile mark. We've been riding for about an hour and 40 minutes at this point. All right, so taking a little bit of a break here. There's our bike. And it looks like we got some docks here. Little paddle boats. Nice place. I had no clue even existed. Look at this. All right, we will head on back, get some water here, and continue on our journey. All right, so after a little bit of sightseeing, we are officially heading back to where we started. So quick development, we did lose another battery bar, so we are now at 3 out of 5 battery bars, and that happened at around 23.5 miles into this ride. So 23.5 miles to lose our second battery bar. So we'll see how long it takes us to lose our third. So I got sidetracked here with my singing off camera. We've officially crossed the 25-mile mark. We've been riding for about 2 hours, 11 minutes. We've still got 3 out of 5 battery bars remaining. So it looks like, if this is accurate, we're making really good progress here. So a little bit of a development here. We've officially lost our third battery bar. So we are now at 2 out of 5 battery bars remaining. We're just shy of 30 miles. We've been cruising around 2 hours, 26 minutes. Question is, will those final 2 battery bars get us 10 miles so we can at least get to 40? All right, back off the beaten path here. Quick update here. We actually lost another battery bar. So we have 1 out of 5 bars remaining. We're at about 32 miles right now. So I certainly hope this last battery bar lasts us 8 miles. I doubt it. This is why, you know, it's nice to do these kind of things. You get a feel, you know, for how much juice you can squeeze out of your bike. You know, so before you go on your first like long adventure, you know, definitely get a feel for it. Go do your own range test. See what kind of range you can get out of your battery given your riding conditions, weight, and all those fun factors. So we just crossed the 35-mile mark. We've still got 1 out of 5 battery bars remaining. We've been riding around for 2 hours, 55 minutes. And for the sake of making it back, I'm gonna go ahead and drop us down a couple pedal assist levels. And hopefully we can make it back to where we started without having to do too much pedaling with no power. But if that does happen, you know, we run out of power, it's all right. Now, one thing I do want to mention about this bike is that here in Pedal Assist 1, I'm pedaling, and that motor is giving me power. It's still a very comfortable ride. We're going 16 miles an hour, almost 17 miles an hour in Pedal Assist 1. So here we are, Pedal Assist level 1, and we're cruising very comfortably, 17 miles an hour. No problem at all. You know, sometimes, I think actually on most bikes, if we look at like cadence sensor bikes, you know, Pedal Assist level 1, typically you're going 10 to 12 miles an hour, kind of slower. Pedal Assist 2, you get a little more speed. Pedal Assist 3, a little more. With this, you get plenty of speed in all 5 Pedal Assist levels. All right, so we just passed the 40-mile mark. We've been riding for 3 hours, 15 minutes at this point. Still got 1 out of 5 battery bars remaining. We're cruising in Pedal Assist 2. We've got a little Halloween family fun here on the left. Anyways, this battery's still hanging out. 1 out of 5 battery bars remaining. And I think that was the case as well with the L20 2.0, that last battery bar just goes forever and ever and ever. And as you can see, we just crossed over like gravel and dirt, a little hill there. And this bike handled it with no problem. And that's what I love about it. It's very comfortable. These bigger wheels make it easy to tackle different types of terrain. Let's see how much more we can get out of this last battery bar. You know, it went from 2 to 1 really quickly. It had me concerned there, so we cruised around for a few miles in Pedal Assist 1, which still takes us 17 miles an hour with almost no effort. So we are in Pedal Assist level 2 right now, cruising along. Like I said, it's a beautiful day today. It's only supposed to be 101 degrees Fahrenheit. Now we've got another development here. Looks like we lost our last battery bar. So the battery is now blinking. The battery bar is now blinking. There's no audible sounds or anything like that, but it is blinking. Now, if you do decide you want to pick up one of these bikes, I will include a link in the description below, as well as a coupon code to help with the price there. And using those links to purchase the bike absolutely helps this channel, helps keep the wheels moving on future reviews. So thank you in advance. All right, folks, so if you've made it this long, thank you so much for sticking around. We've officially concluded our range test with the Engwe Engine Pro 2.0. On this particular ride, we were able to get 44.26 miles. Looking at our average moving speed, it was 14.7 miles an hour. We hit a maximum speed of 22.4 miles an hour. We were riding for 3 hours, 31 minutes, and we had a total elevation gain of 531 feet. So very impressive results on this Engwe Engine Pro 2.0. I did estimate at the beginning of the ride that we'd probably get somewhere around 43 miles. So happy to see we were able to get over 44 miles with this 52 volt, 16 amp hour battery. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, thoughts, concerns in the comment section below. Happy to address those. And as always, thank you so much for tuning into Tom's Gadget Garage. We'll see you next time.